Tonight, Finance Minister Sinclair says relief is coming in the weeks ahead for Barbadians still experiencing problems with refuse collection. He gave an update on government's efforts to tackle the problem, acknowledging that the situation is frustrating for him as well.
We've met Prime Minister and myself. As you know, coming out of the budget, I made certain announcements. We've met with the Sanitation Service Authority and the Ministry of the Environment, and we have done exactly what you've said that we should do. We've asked them to come up with a plan that includes private entities to assist the authority that have equipment, compactor trucks and other pieces of equipment to assist the authority in getting the garbage collected for as long as it takes them to get their equipment levels back up to the 30 units a day that they need to have on the road. That proposal or plan has been finalized. It has been submitted to the Ministry of Finance, and I have given the instruction and the orders is to come to Cabinet on Thursday, that it comes to Cabinet and be approved for the expenditure to be spent immediately.
Well, the minister therefore reiterated his assurance to Barbadians.
Barbadians can expect within the next 2 weeks or so that a national program with the SSA working conjointly with private sector interests will begin the process of collecting that garbage that is outstanding and ensuring that it does not return to that level again.
Some Barbadians are not adhering to the current prohibition notice to get people to conserve water. This is according to corporate communications specialist with the Barbados Water Authority, Joyanne Haig. The prohibition notice is in effect until the end of this month. It's the second one instituted this year as the island continues to grapple with prolonged drought conditions. Ms. Haig says we cannot afford to waste water at this time.
Start to conserve water, start to take showers, shorter showers. We've come across people still washing vehicles with a hose. We saw that up to today. And then when they can't do it that way, they're going to the standpipes and they're doing that. So it's a joint effort. It can't only be, the BWA is responsible, but water is for all. Water is a national responsibility, and every human being here can play their part, and us all we're asking them to do. Work with us, not against us. You have an opinion, you're entitled to it, but what are we going to do at the end of the day? After you have an opinion, we need to find smart solutions.
Ms. Haig says the BWA is trying its best under several difficult circumstances, including financial constraints, equipment failure, and a shortage of parts. She is pleading with the public to be patient.
At this stage, even though you're angry, it requires now smart solutions, which we are now working out. And smart solutions, which we do have, will take some time, will take some finance, and it will take a lot of energy, as I said, which we're up to the task and we are currently doing. But the public, I'm hoping, will understand that it will not be a silver bullet, overnight process. It will take some time. Water is very complex. It is not as simple as rain falling into a system and coming through the taps.
And you'll hear more about the St. Joseph fix and the response to fresh outages in the north on tonight's edition of Water Wednesdays. And that's coming up closer to the end of the newscast. The Breast Cancer Society dedicates this first week in October to its Pink Ribbon Drive. The drive reached Cave Shepherd today, where shoppers were able to purchase various branded products while receiving their pink ribbon, the symbol for breast cancer awareness. Proceeds go to supplementing mammograms.
The Breast Cancer Society is one of the organizations in Barbados that people need and everybody need to contribute to, whether you have cancer or not, because you never know when a family, friend, or anyone would fall victim to this disease. So we need to work together and try to get the equipment and get everything to try to stop this disease.
Every year, Duty Free Caribbean supports breast screening.
On the Wednesday, we gave 1% of our sales to the Breast Cancer Society. And today we actually have special offers in store, 10% off selected items, so that customers can take advantage also of when they make their donations, they can actually increase the donation that Cave Shepherd then makes in return.
Barbadians are prepared to help Haiti in the aftermath of the impact of Hurricane Matthew. A CBC team caught the pulse of the man on the street today.
listening out to hear what DEM or SEDEMA tells us they need. Because sometimes to get items there is difficult, but sometimes cash is better, but we must listen to hear what our authorities say. We can also help by volunteering our services, because we might need medical, nursing, or other environmental health, different types of personnel.
You give food, give clothes, say a normal thing we custom doing.
Monetary support, I guess, and any canned food or anything like that needs to be donated.
I feel that we could donate foodstuff and so in terms helping the poor, you know. Haiti well needed help every cent, so we shouldn't only wait till now. It should be every cent that we should be focusing on Haiti, you know.
Well, what we can do is try to put together some funds in any way that we could, such as like food, medicals, etc. It will be good for the country, and we will be able to enhance with the other countries to make it work.
The success of the CARICOM single market and economy should be measured by more than just free movement of people. Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Sonja Welch, says the CSME has been successful in several areas. Her comments came at this morning's Private Sector and Rural Communities CSME workshop held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre.
While tourism and hospitality to all is our mission, as a premier tourist destination for a country like Barbados, the CSME is much more than the automatic entry into a member state. So, for example, access to the marketplaces of the region for legitimate economic activity through the Treaty of Chaguaramas should be as highly prized as free movement, for that involves the economic development and prosperity of the region.
Meantime, head of the Regional Cooperation and Trade Section of the Delegation of the EU to Barbados, Luca Pierantoni, says the EU supports CSME, and he says technical cooperation could be explored further.
We should perhaps move more into technical cooperation, because there are a number of best practices and lessons learned that certainly can be exchanged. So we have to create the linkage between the European experience and the Caribbean experience more evident.
A commitment from the sole provider of electricity on the island to provide clean energy solutions to Barbadians. It's coming from Director of Customer Solutions with the Barbados Light and Power Company Limited, Kim Griffith Tang Hao. The BL&P is the sixth company to come on board to partner with the Caribbean Corporation in its Guardians of the Heritage initiative in celebration of the island's 50th anniversary of independence. Ms. Griffith Tang Hao says providing a safe and reliable electricity service to Barbadians remains their goal.
The Barbados Light and Power knows that our customers count on us to provide energy and to power every minute of every day. And we also know that our customers are looking for us to also look for sustainable energy solutions for the future. And we are committed to those energy solutions, and we believe that clean energy solutions, that is the way of the future. And so we pledge our commitment to invest in solutions such as wind and solar technology, and we are also interested in pursuing other opportunities such as biomass and waste to energy. We do see ourselves very truly as a guardian of our heritage.
And Marketing Officer at the CBC, Derry Bowen, thanked the BL&P for its support of the initiative.
Of course, a company that has a rich history in Barbados. And we say thank you once again. It's a time of celebration as we mark this 50th anniversary, but also a time of reflection as we look to the future.
Coming up, a special celebration for Blackman and Gollop Primary.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel. Digicel, the fastest 4G 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153# to sign up to Digicel today.
Sandals, sandals, sandals galore. Megville gives you ladies sandals for this week only. Monday to Saturday, any pair of sandals for only $25. So go to Megville on Tudor Street, High Street and Palmetto Street for any pair of sandals for only $25. This week only, Monday to Saturday.
You asked for it, and we heard you. Our website is getting a facelift.
Check out our new design on October 7th at gisbarbados.gov.bb.
This season on CBC TV, The People's Business, Sundays at 8:05 p.m. Made possible by our partners, Solar Dynamics, the most efficient solar hot water system.
All behind me there, you can see the marijuana plant.
Fetters and beats is
Sweat, I come out to sweat, I went to sweating more than you. I come to wine and jam and I sure to catch it more than you.
It was always a very boring job.
This is the future Caribbean Opera. Morning and evening, this is me home and not leaving. I can't get over this.
The island's newest primary school had a huge celebration today to mark a special anniversary. There, the education minister warned parents that bad language has no place in the home.
There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons to celebrate at the Blackman Primary School in Christchurch. It's celebrating 5 years since the new school was formed through the amalgamation of St. David's and South District Primary. Balloons were released as well as white doves, much to the delight of the students, and a time capsule was buried with school memorabilia including pictures and uniforms to be dug up again in 25 years. Education Minister Ronald Jones congratulated Principal, Patrona Holder and the staff, many of whom received awards for good work. During the ceremony, he told those present children should be protected and cared for, and chastised parents who set a bad example.
We also curse at a level that other people in the world can't curse. And sometimes we use it within the hearing of our children, or we use it to our children. Stop. These minds are open.
Minister Jones says the church, the school and the home should provide moral guidance for the youth, since many engage in crime at an early age.
These children see on every street corner persons whose behavior is not conducive to the best of Barbados. Some of that might flow into them, particularly if the foundational bulwark is not within them.
The school began in 2011 with 380 students and now has 518. Denise Blackman, CBC News.
Chief Agricultural Officer Lennox Chandler says the ministry will be returning to the fore as a leader in research. He says the ministry continues to conduct research, and he also dismissed members of the public who are critical of the ministry's staff.
This ministry has done a lot of work. We've published extensively on tropical agriculture. And let me say we were leaders in terms of agricultural information for the entire Caribbean. And we are noted for our publications on tropical agriculture. With some of the same universities that you go to, taking our information and putting it on their own websites, and you go into their website and downloading it and bypassing the ministry website where you can get the actual original information. I will be the first to admit that we in the ministry would have fallen away from our core responsibility of research, development, and publication of research findings, and for various reasons which I'm not going to go into right now. But my intention is to reverse that trend.
Well, apart from ongoing work with growing varieties of Dutch tomatoes locally, he says work will also be done in growing white potatoes.
This is not the first time that we have grown white potatoes in Barbados. We've done it before with varying success. But things have changed, and there are new varieties which have come on the market, and we are going to be evaluating them with the World University of Canada through
a project called Propel, which again is a value-added issue as well.
The Barbados International Business Association's National Secondary Schools Quiz Tournament has been launched at the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. Marketing and Communications Chairperson and Director at BIBA, Tara Frater, was excited to get the project off the ground.
It's actually a national tournament which is open to all secondary schools on the island for 4th, 5th and 6th form students. The objective of the tournament is to raise awareness about the international business sector in Barbados and its value and importance to the economy, where at the same time giving students the opportunity to learn and thereby to transmit information to their peers, their friends and their families through their engagement with the material.
Commerce Minister Don Bill Innes says his ministry fully supports the work of BIBA.
We really feel that we have to talk with our young people about what this sector is about, the direction in which we think it ought to go, and the opportunities that present themselves now and the foreseeable future for them. So it's not just about becoming a lawyer and accountant, but also to say, even if you go in those professions, what are the subspecialties, what is the specialist area that our young people can target to carve a niche for themselves in this society in that particular area.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at the news making headlines across the region. Stay with us.
Elantroupment's annual Barbados Jazz Excursion presents R&B